Alright guys, welcome back to once again another video. This one is not going to be of a diecast review. Before you start thinking that we're going to be reviewing Jackson Storm, Rusty's Cruise, and Phallus McQueen, you'd be wrong. I'm sorry, but I'm not, and I probably reviewed them like almost 2 years ago at this point in their normal diecast reviews when they were initially released. But this video will mostly be about, or actually will 100% be about, the Art of Cars 3 book. Now, if you guys are not aware, if you watched my birthday haul video, which I might put a card suggestion up above right now so you guys can go check that video out, I did so in that video. I got the Art of Cars 3 book for Christmas, and I'm super happy because this thing definitely does show some original concepts, deleted concepts, and early designs of some of the new characters. Even on the front, you can see how Cruz was originally supposed to look in McQueen racing at Fireball Beach. It's a very early concept, and it's a really nice book. And I really do highly recommend any of you guys to get this book, because trust me, you're going to love this book. I went over a couple of pages, but I don't exactly remember me going over the full thing, so some of these I might be able to see for the first time, and you guys got to see my kind of initial reaction. So it'll be kind of cool. Before I get on to this video, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe with the post notifications on if you haven't already, because it does show your amazing, stellar support for this channel. I'll keep grinding for you guys as long as I possibly can, so make sure to subscribe and leave a like on this video. It does show your amazing support for the channel. Nonetheless, let's get right into this review. Or not review, but you know, a look over the Cars 3 Art of Cars book. And now, this video might be a little bit long. I'm gonna be honest, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go in depth really with every single page, because this is definitely gonna be like a really long video. It might be as long as my XRS video if that were to happen, of the Derby Racers. But anyway, let's just start off with the cover right here. As you guys see, we do have the original Cruz Ramirez. McQueen obviously doesn't look any different because he appears in first and the second movies. And we have Cruz right there. As you guys see, it seems like her original design, she was supposed to have a spoiler from the beginning. And obviously, in the original and final version, she doesn't get the spoiler until the Florida 500 has Rusty's Cruise and the Dinoco Cruz Ramirez paint job. She only gets it then. This concept kind of shows that she was supposed to have the spoiler since the beginning as a Rusty's Racing Center trainer. Obviously, here we have every single person. It says forward by John Lasseter, preface by Brian Fee, and an introduction by Bill Cohn and Jay Shuster. Now, Jay Shuster actually does have a car counterpart, because some cars are named after Pixar employees. He is Jay Shuster. I put a picture on the screen right now of Jay Shuster. And here this is basically how McQueen always appears in the concept arts. Honestly, I think it looks really cool, and I like how you're still able to see him even though he's in a very bright red background. Right there, we just have an annual description for Cars 3. This one on the top is literally in every single Cars 3 packaging, so it's nothing too special. We just have more concept arts right here. Well, some of these actually show some interesting stuff. Like, I'm gonna go through these, and I'll guarantee you guys some of these were not even in the movie. Like this one. Lightning McQueen emerges. He gets clipped on his quarter by another spinning racer. Not bad, but something like that. And then it kind of gets cut off a little bit right there. But as you guys see, I'm just coming here real quick. It actually says Dinoco Blue. It's like they actually knew I was gonna change my channel name. Dinoco Blue right there, guys. Even this book is telling you to subscribe. Okay, I'm just kidding. Right there, property of Disney Pixar. Right there, you can just see a whole bunch of lines that probably weren't even in the movie, honestly. See, like right here. When he took Doc's number, he walked away from the thing he loved most. I'm not walking away. I need you to train me, and I'm not leaving until you change your mind. See, lines like that, they were not in the movie, and that's what makes this book so special. And this is only the first page, guys. As you guys can see, look at that, guys. Brent Mustangburger. Yes, he was originally supposed to appear in Cars 3. His character got deleted from the movie. I guess they replaced him for Bob Cutlass. I'm not sure why. I think it would have been kind of cool to see Bob, Daryl, and Brent Mustangburger, but Brent Mustangburger, obviously he's from Cars 2. He was supposed to appear in Cars 3, but his character got completely deleted. See, like right here, he was supposed to say, "Holy smokes, check out the battle between the old 95 and the new." You know, stuff like that, and it just shows a bunch of interesting details. I'm just gonna slowly come through here. You might want to pause and read some of this. And it's pretty good quality, I guarantee it, so yeah, there you go. And more on here. Alright, just Cars 3. Now this picture you might have already seen before. It's an early concept of Fabulous, Hudson Hornet, a couple old racers. I think that's Junior Moon, and I think he was originally supposed to be in number 3, so that's really interesting. And we have more of Doc's backstory. It seems like we were actually going to see a flashback of Doc and Smokey, and they're out in the rain or something pretty interesting. This photo I think was even in the movie on like Smokey's like billboard in his garage. I don't know what exactly that is doing there, but yeah. And we have some actual real-life car model pictures of what some cars are based off of. As you guys can see, most of this is normally the same stuff. We're going to try to skip through these right there. This one, potential adjustment. It shows McQueen and some things she's supposed to do with Cruz. Loss of emotional focus. Loss of eye line through special relations. And tracking characters on a cut. It's really cool. Now this one you guys might have also seen before. It is McQueen, I guess, at the place where Doc Hudson died, and you can see Willie's Butte in the background. It's his little funeral like spot right there. It's like his grave, and it does say 1951 and 2009, and it does say he had a lot of stuff. I know it's probably supposed to mean what Doc and McQueen told each other. Well, not McQueen, but Doc told him in Cars 1, you got a lot of stuff, kid. You remember that? I think that's where they were trying to go for, but really, is that all you have to say about him? Like, come on, he deserves a lot more than that. And right here, you can see that McQueen was originally supposed to have a fourth friend that was with Bobby and Cal. He was like a yellow racer. Now, some can argue that this was probably Brick, and he was originally supposed to be a yellow car, or maybe he was even supposed to originally be sponsored by Leakless, which is pretty interesting. Now, as you guys see, more stuff. I kind of wish this appeared in the movie. A bunch of fans taking selfies of McQueen and crowding around him. It's really clever right there. Now, as we got into this page, we see some Chick Hicks designs and original names for his short right there. Now, Chick Hicks' race day. This is obviously the one that actually appeared in the movie. Another one that said Checkered Past with Chick Hicks. I find these very interesting. Now, this one is another announcer. Maybe this was like an original Shannon Spokes or something, or it could also be an original version of Natalie Certain. One or the two, I feel like. This is really nice. And Natalie also was supposed to appear with a headset, but she never did. This is where it gets interesting. There's a bunch of original Jackson Storm content, how he was like originally supposed to look. As you guys see right here, he was originally supposed to be number 3. Right here, it shows he was supposed to be completely blue. And right here, you can see an earlier design of the S logo, which is a completely different like font from the final concept. Jackson was also supposed to be number 2. He was also supposed to be number 92 with a yellow on him. You can just see right here some molds of Jackson. It might have been made out of clay, I believe. Here's another great picture. This one shows that he was supposed to be gray. And now, this also is weird because he has these stock car Lightyear tires right there. Now here's obviously more images right there. This is supposed to be of early concepts of the Copper Canyon race. As you guys see, he was supposed to be number 33 as well. Like, Jackson went through so many numbers, but finally, they chose 2.0/20 as his number. And also something really interesting, you can tell he was originally supposed to be sponsored by Combustor, which is absolutely incredible. If you guys know, I'll put pictures on the screen right now. That Combustor, he was going, or that it did actually appear in the movie, because it is the racer sponsor for Chip Gearings and Chris Roman, which are the stock car and next gen counterparts. And you can see some earlier designs. I feel so bad, because it took so long thinking of designs for Combustor, only to change his sponsor. As you guys see, it says Combustor Liquid Adrenaline right there. Just looks so cool. And there's some earlier designs for like the season stuff. This looks super cool. Here's obviously more Combustor designs, because this was Jackson Storm. We have more like Rev or something. EMRG. It's pretty interesting. I gotta admit that some of these I wish they like kept one of them to use for the actual Combustor sponsor. Now, as you guys see, there was other ones he was supposed to be as well. Like he was supposed to be NRG or just Rev or like Def or some Def X EMRG as like his sponsors. It's pretty interesting. Here's obviously Gael. It is a she. Just want to point that all out. Or not Gael, my bad. Gail Buford. My bad. And here you can see we have more of the stock cars, and when you flip it open, it shows the stock or next gen counterparts. And you can see some of the Cars 3 Racer making models right there. It's pretty cool. Now, one thing to take notice is that blinker and triple dents numbers are switched. As you guys see, on Speedy Comet, he's number 21, and in I can't forget his name. Terry Cargus, his is number 3. I don't know why exactly they switched them, but they were originally supposed to be like that. And as you guys can see, Speedy Comet's design on the hood was also different, and they did change that as well. And right here is also weird because they show Cam Spinner as number 2, which is a different number from Terry Cargus. It's a little strange. It just goes to show they do put a bunch of effort, and it's hard for them sometimes to decide what numbers go who. I don't know how exactly they determine it, but yeah. Now right here we can see more photos of McQueen's crash, and I gotta make sure I'm carefully turning the pages because this thing can easily break. But as you guys can see right there, we do have Sally, Guido, Mater, and Luigi all in shock and are super worried about McQueen right there. We are just more images of McQueen at the Los Angeles race. And now, as you guys can see right here, these look more finished because they actually have color to it and they look similar. But right here, as you guys see, it does seem like Sally was originally supposed to watch the clip that McQueen was watching in the movie where he saw like Doc Hudson crash. I think Sally was originally supposed to be watching it with him, but in the final version of the movie, obviously, Sally doesn't come into the shed until after he's done watching the recording. And here we have original designs for the telephone. And right here, as you guys can see, the Cars 3 design for McQueen wasn't finished yet, so they just used the old one, and it just shows the normal Cars 1 McQueen art on the back of his Cars 3 haul, which I gotta say, looks pretty interesting in my opinion. I didn't think I'd be so, interested in that, but it does actually look kind of cool. And this was actually one of the first, Cars 3 concepts we ever got. Fun fact. Original Rusty's Racing Center designs, I'm pretty sure. This one just looks absolutely insane. Obviously, this is the final version right here. It's pretty simple. Original versions of Sterling. I think he was supposed to be a different model as well, but nothing too much changed about him. This is where he looks the most different. He's supposed to be a completely different model. And it does show some stuff here in the movie that didn't exactly appear, like the McQueen banners on the top right there, that didn't appear. And it does show some scenes in Cars 1. This is right before he jumped on leaklets and no stall. You have Cruz right there. More scenes in the Racing Center. The Racing Center never really changed too much. This scene was in the movie, if you remember, when she was naming all her tires. Now this one actually does show McQueen's World Grand Prix spoiler. You guys might be thinking that it probably means that he was originally supposed to appear with the Cars 2 model or RST McQueen or something like that. But I'm sure this is probably done before they even made the Cars 3 model for McQueen in his paint job. So they used the earliest version or most recent version made of McQueen, which is this McQueen right there, as just a replacement for it. Fireball Beach, of course. There's a full deleted scene on that. It's pretty interesting. The scenes right here, you can see more pics of Doc racing at Fireball Beach. Here's also some early designs of the Crazy 8 versions. You can see how they look absolutely ridiculous. Right here, you can see an earlier version of Dr. Damage. Now, Miss Fritter honestly just looks so weird. Her stop sign says don't blink. She's a lot more smaller, and she was originally supposed to be number 30, and it says Problem Child on the top, but it is misspelled. Now, RV, it looks like his eyes are pushed back or something, like he's wearing glasses or something like that. And there's obviously the original version of Superfly right there. More concepts for the Demolition Derby. Some of these were used in the final movie, like Tailgate and Sigler and APB. You can tell those are their designs right there. Some designs that they tried to use for some of the Demolition Derby racers as catchphrases and stuff. Now, some like these did not appear in the movie. There is some that they deleted them for other versions. Some signs that appear in the Demolition Derby. Obviously, the ones that probably stand out to you are Dinoco, Light, and Tuocola. I feel like she looks way too happy in that photo. Here's another earlier version of Miss Fritter. As you guys see, it does say Fritter Time spray painted very clearly on her side. That is not in the final version of the movie. Now we get on to Thomasville, which is definitely the interesting part in my opinion. Right there you can see Doc Hudson. Now right there, it looks like he's jumping over Junior Moon, but that probably was like an earlier design before they came up with the design of Leroy Hemming. So they just used Junior Moon as their replacement. Right here you can see McQueen and Cruz on opposite sides of each other. This looks really, really nice overall. Now here's a page all about Smokey, and as you guys can see, this Smokey right here, he barely even looks like a pickup in this early concept design of him. He does look to be different like type of models in each one. You can see the evolution of Smokey, I guess. He was always orange in that rusty color. That really never changed. We have another picture. We have original designs for Luis Jr. and I don't know who this is supposed to be. Maybe an original version of River or something. Not entirely sure. We have some more early images of Smokey and Cruz right there. Really nice. Now those actually did appear in the movie, I do believe. Here's all the legends, and you can tell that some designs from them definitely changed. Like Luis Nash, she was originally going to have like the red on the sides of her right there. That obviously didn't appear in the movie. And this is more designs that are supposed to be based off of real life cars. And we have a page for every single one. There's River Scott, and that's Junior Moon. And right here is pretty interesting. You can also see Mater and Tex Dinoco. Now, I feel like Tex Dinoco was probably originally going just like a replacement for one of the backgrounds. And you might think Mater was originally supposed to go along with them to the Cotter Pen and like go with McQueen on his adventure of training. But that's probably just an early design. They replaced him because they didn't have a design for Smokey, so they just used Mater, which is a good one. Although I think it would have been interesting seeing Tex Dinoco at the Cotter Pen. You would have definitely fit in there. And also, as you guys can see, Cruz Ramirez has her Dinoco paint job right there, which is definitely interesting. And you can see some replacement cars as well. You can even see the Fabulous Hudson Hornet right there himself. That might be Smokey right there, but I'm not entirely sure. Just cars that replace other cars for the time being. We have more deleted concepts. That's a deleted concept up there. McQueen like pulling all of them on like a little thing right there. We also have another earlier design where Storm was originally supposed to be written on her hood as well, when she disguised herself as that. Act 3, the Florida 500, where the big scene comes in, and in my opinion, the biggest mistake that Pixar made about Cars 3. Now, as you guys see, originally, Smokey was going to take McQueen out of his trailer, and he was going to look at some pictures that were hanging up on the wall. We have some, I think those are earlier designs for the Florida 500 as well, but I think it stayed the same throughout for most of the time. Here are some parts of the deleted concept right there. You have some, like you said, I have some deleted scenes right here. Like, there was going to be a scene where McQueen did not race at all, and Cruz was going to race for the entire race. Now, in my opinion, this is the only one that's worse than the one that actually appeared in the film. I'm so happy this one didn't appear in the film. Earlier concepts right there, Miss Fritter and stuff. Those look like mini McQueens next to her. Almost looks like. I have no clue why motorcycles are in here. This is my favorite deleted scene, almost of all time, really. That's where McQueen goes as the Fabulous Lady McQueen racing for Dinoco. It even says like Dinoco powered right there. Just looks so cool. And this is straight from the deleted scene. You can probably look it up on YouTube. We have some evolutions of some sponsors right here, which is cool. We have Octane Gain, Four-Wheel Drive, Moose Springs. I don't know why the other Moose Springs is down here. But Revolting and RPM, there's evolutions of their design, logos, and numbers. And I think this is the closest that we've ever gotten to a Dinoco Fabulous Lightning McQueen animation. This is the closest we've gotten. It almost does look like full animation. That is what he would have looked like if he appeared with the Dinoco Fabulous McQueen. Now, Ice Pin, that does look amazing. This is the scene that actually did appear in the movie, of course, where McQueen is a crew chief for Cruz. That's even on that photo down there. And you can see against the wall, does the flip, all that good stuff, I guess. Here we have more pictures, and you can see earlier concept designs. It's pretty interesting. Not really nothing too special that doesn't look right. I guess you could say they all look pretty decent. And here's obviously another earlier version where Cars 3 was completely not gonna be about stuff. It was supposed to be around Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. It's supposed to be focused on that. And if you look through here closely, you can tell some cars that might be similar. That almost looks like Guido. I think Sheriff is like right there. Yeah, some cars definitely ring a bell. That almost looks like Smokey right there if you look really closely. More Guido pitties around the place. And it just looks like super weird, and you have all these different style cars, and you got some up there as well, and some there. This looks really interesting. Like that car right there specifically just looked really weird, but interesting if it ever came out. And we have some more earlier concepts. That just looks completely psycho. Looks like something that would be in Cars 2. And that's pretty much it for this entire book. Although one last thing is that I do want to show you guys this last page, which contains more like dialogue from the movie. I'm just going to come over this real quick. You can pause if you want to take a specific part and look at it. Look at that, another line from Brent Mustangburger. The 51 McQueen, a last-minute entry, as his first-timer cruising mirrors, winning the 95 of the former champion. That was obviously during the original deleted scene and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this entire book. As you guys see, closes right there on the spot. So that will pretty much wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a little bit something different I wanted to do on my channel. And it might be a little bit different. I don't know how long this video is. It's probably super long, but I thought it'd be interesting since no one really ever did a full-on review of the Cars 3 Art of Cars book. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. And I'll see you guys all next time in the next video, whatever that may be. Peace out. See y'all later.